Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Soccercraft. In today's episode, I want to upgrade Kyoshi Island. We've had this built for so long, but I'm still not living here because all of my storage is over at Kyoshi Settlement. So my game plan is to maybe turn this mountain into a big storage room. I'm gonna have to go in and light up all the mountains that I haven't lit up yet and turn the other mountains into, I don't know, maybe like a sugarcane farm, a cactus farm. We'll see what kind of farms we can fit into here today. So let's fly over here behind the dojo and take a look and see what is inside this mountain here. Okay, so we have a lit up area here. We're gonna have to create a platform for my storage area, and I'm gonna have to go around and light up all these dark areas. Good thing I have a ton of coal and sticks with me, so let's start placing torches. When going into really dark areas, I like to take a potion of invisibility and then you strip down so you only have one piece of armor on, and at that point the mobs shouldn't be able to see you. And you should be able to just walk around and light everything up. The zombies do, however, sometimes have like a sixth sense and they can sniff you out, so I kept my elytra on so I can make a quick getaway if need be. So don't get too close to the mobs, but overall they shouldn't be able to see you while you start lighting this place up. See, this guy spotted me, but I can outrun him pretty easily, so I'll just do that. So after getting everything lit up inside the caves, it's time to think about what we're going to do for the storage room. I personally have no idea what I'm going to do yet, so all I know is that right here I want to put some sort of piston door. So I'm going to go do some stuff off camera and bring you guys back when I have something to show for it. So I started getting the storage room laid out. I want to have a few cubbies to put stuff down, and then down at the back we're going to have all of the automated storage from the farms that I'm going to be putting inside of the mountains. I really couldn't decide what materials I was going to use, and I just had a fair bit of blackstone and basalt from netherite mining from the last episode, so I decided to use that here, and I really thought using dead coral as an interesting gray block would work with this. I just need to figure out how I'm going to put a roof over this, because it's kind of supposed to feel like a cave. I don't want it to just be open into the mountain. I need to figure out how I'm capping it off, and just a few extra detail blocks to really bring this storage space together. So progress update on the storage room. I put this temporary door in. I'm going to put a piston door in eventually, and we put the roof in for the most part. Out here in the back where the automated storage is, I still am not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I wanted to use acacia because it matches really well with this color palette. I'm using a lot of green terracotta to fill in the holes. We got some earth emblem banners. I decided to change up all of the dead coral to be one type of coral, and I feel like it looks a lot better, and we have some lighting tucked away behind here and underneath the chests to help keep this area well lit up. And underneath the carpets we have more hidden lighting. Now I finally have enough storage over here so I can finally move out of Kyoshi Settlement. So how about we start looking at what farms we're going to make next? I think I want to get started with a sugarcane farm. And when it comes to sugarcane farms, my favorite design is the design that Tango designed. I'm going to post a link to his tutorial, but I've got it started on the sugarcane farm already. I've gotten 4 modules of it just to show you how you can extend it in all sorts of directions. It's tileable going upwards, forwards, and adjacent. So that means we have tons of room that we can extend this farm. I'm going to try to fill out this area and go up as high in the mountain as I can. And we're going to end up with an insane output of sugarcane. So let's take a quick look at the modules. You have 8 long channel of dirt to plant your sugarcane on, and we have underneath these slabs are water source blocks to hydrate the land so that the sugarcane can be planted, and then we have a nether water stream going on top of waterlogged slabs that will push all of the sugarcane forward. So let's build up one of these modules together, and then I recommend, if you want to build this farm for yourself, to go check out Tango Teks' tutorial on how to do it, because he does a much better job explaining it than I do. So I'm going to show you how to build a nether module that is on top of another one and adjacent to one. So we're going to put more pistons against the back of these ones, and we want more wood blocks, or really any building blocks, on top of those pistons. And then you want to put the pistons in the same spot on the other side above the redstone line. Now, because this is a middle piston section, we can use the observer here to power this set of pistons and this set of pistons. So I'm just going to run the redstone along the top here, and now these pistons are going to be powered whenever this observer at the bottom fires. So if we come to the back here and look at the observer line, you can see that this observer is looking at the sugarcane to pass the power into this observer, which powers it up into this observer, into this block, and along this redstone line. And then to power it up to the next level, I just have one observer looking at the redstone dust on top of here, so that whenever this bottom piston set goes, so does this set as well. And then you just do the same on the other side. So next, I like to grab some glass and put it behind here and here. Now we come in here and put a stair block on the end in the direction that we want the sugarcane to be flowing, and we can fill this channel in with water. And then we also want to waterlog the stair at the end. If we come down here, you can see that the water is just resting on top of the iron bars. Now you want to place some top slabs on top of the water to waterlog these slabs, and that'll keep this area still hydrated so we're able to plant our sugarcane. And now we just need to put the water down, which will funnel the sugarcane in the direction of the collection system. Now, because we're on the second level, we actually want to come back and break all of these wooden slabs. But we also want to make sure to leave the stair at the end. Now we just add the iron bars above the water. The iron bars are here to stop the sugarcane from getting pushed too far, so when the piston pushes it, it'll bounce into the iron bar, fall down in the water, and continue on to the collection system. The reason we break the slabs on the second layer is for the bottom layer, whenever the sugarcane gets broken off, it can get caught in this water and brought up, and then it will just get funneled back along forward, and it'll go through the top water stream rather than the bottom water stream. And that is basically your module complete, and just to prepare it for a module that I'm going to be putting in front of it, I want to add some ice blocks there. And we want to put a pressure plate on the middle ice block. So now if you have any more questions about how this farm works, you'll probably be able to get your answers from Tango's video. I'm going to have it in the cards and linked in the description. But I'm going to finish this rest of this farm in the form of a time lapse. So now we have 16 modules of this sugarcane farm done. I have all of the sugarcanes going to be running along this water stream here into this chest, and we've already got 2 and a bit stacks, and this has only been running for a little bit. I wasn't able to finish putting all of the glass around because I need more green dye. So now we're going to move on to the next farm, which is going to be a cactus farm. So now I've mapped out where the cactus farm is going to be. Now let's just figure out how many cactuses I'm going to be able to fit on each platform. So it looks like we have 8 by 4 here, so that is going to be 64 cactus here and 64 cactus here. So this is already going to be a pretty big farm, but I want to add a few layers again because I'm going to need a lot of green dye if I'm doing more Earth Nation builds. So now in order to get started on this cactus farm, my first step is going to be making some floating building blocks so that it now looks like this. The next thing we need to do is we want to put sand on top of it so that it now looks like this. And the next thing we want to do is put some cactus on top of it. And the last step of the cactus farm is to just put something one block above the cactus but adjacent to it. So I'm going to put a glass pane, and so whenever the cactus grows up, it doesn't like being beside anything, so it will just pop off and then it's going to fall down here and we're going to have water streams flowing everything in this direction. And I'm just going to get rid of all the glass panes in the middle because you don't need those, and I could use some of them if they didn't keep on falling on top of the cactuses for some more layers. There, it even looks better. So now without those glass panes there, whenever the cactus jump off, they'll have a little bit more freedom of where they can fly. And just like those glass panes, there is a chance that they will land on another one of these cactus and just break, but for the most part, we're going to have cactus fall down here just like that. So now we just need to add some water to this, and this should be one layer of the cactus farm complete. And we just have everything flowing down the water stream here into this chest, and we are already collecting cactus. So I'm going to build up a few more layers of this, and then we're going to go on to the last farm of the episode, which I'm going to build over here. And that's going to be a pumpkin and melon farm. But first, let's get a little bit more cactus placed. Cactus farm complete. I think 3 layers should do, so we're going to head over and get started on the pumpkin and melon farm. So the first thing we need to do with the pumpkin and melon farm is create a collection system. So I'm going to clear out a few blocks from here, and we're going to get some hoppers and a chest placed down. I decided to throw in a little dropper elevator to bring the items up to the top. But the next step is to put down powered rails underneath here for the hopper minecart to go over so that the hopper minecart doesn't lose momentum. We want to have a lot of powered rails down here. But if you don't have a lot of gold, you can just get by with a lot less than this. I'm just going a little bit overboard. Now we want to get some dirt placed down over top of all of this. And this is the area that you're going to be planting your melons and your pumpkins. And now we can just bone meal up all of these crops. Now I'm going to make a temporary dirt layer 2 blocks above the crops. And this dirt layer is here to help us place our pistons. Nope, that's not where we want it. We want to place our pistons above all of the grass blocks. Once we have those pistons down, we can remove those dirt blocks. And you can grab your observers and have them looking down at the crops. And now we place building blocks down on top of all of the pistons. And we put redstone dust on top of all of the observers. You want to make sure that when you place down the redstone, it's a cross and not a dot so that it connects with the connected building blocks. And I'm just getting the hopper minecart placed down before I forget. And that's this farm complete. We're already collecting pumpkins and melons, and now I just want to connect up some water streams from all of these farms and send all of the items up to the automated storage that I've prepared up above. And now the automatic sorting system is done. We have all of the water lines coming up from the farms along this way. I have the water pipes color coded, the lime representing the sugarcane, the dark green representing the cactus, and the orange representing the pumpkin and melons. And they all come into this Impulse SV item sorter. And along here we have these 4 rows for sugarcane, starting to fill up the first chest. These 2 chests are for cactus, these 2 chests are for melons, and these ones are for pumpkins. I have 6 extra chests for if I do any other expansion on any other farms. But overall, I'm just really happy that this project's done. This took way longer than you might think. It took me, this was a few days. Those farms I needed to craft and make all the resources, it just took way too long. But anyway, that's where I want to leave today's episode. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and Water Tribe out.